Hey everybody, this is my bottom 25 movies of 2009. I already did the top best movies of 2009, and the best one was, in my opinion, Inglourious Bastards. But in my opinion, which one will be the worst? You are going to find out. We're going to go straight to the list. With number 25, we have Sherlock Holmes. I know, if you're thinking of leaving me just because I said that, don't, because the reason why is because it was overrated. It was like all the good action scenes were in the trailer. The it was I thought it was boring. It was complicated. Just not the movie I expected. I was very disappointed with it. Acting was alright. Robert Downey Jr. I wouldn't say he didn't deserve the Golden Globe, but it's not the kind of Golden Globe worthy performance. And Jude Law I thought was pretty good. And then Rachel McAdams I thought was god awful, even though I'm a big fan of hers. So agree with me, don't agree with me. I did not like Sherlock Holmes. Number 24, we have My Sister's Keeper with Cameron Diaz, directed by Nick Cassavetes, the director of The Notebook and Alpha Dog. Alpha Dog is one of my favorite movies of all time, so I thought this one should be pretty good, even though it has sappy written all over it. It was sad as hell. Like, I'll agree with that. It was very sad. I was very sad when I watched it, but it seems that Nick Cassavetes, he tries too hard to make people cry, and that totally is obvious throughout the movie. So yeah, Cameron Diaz, good performance. Abigail Breslin, not her best performance. Number 22 or 23, sorry, is The Ugly Truth with Katherine Heigl and Gerard Butler. You've seen this movie before. It's like any other romantic comedy, predictable, not that funny. Gerard Butler, great action star. I don't know why he keeps doing romantic comedy. I mean, like, he's just really annoying in romantic comedies. And Katherine Heigl, I loved her in Knocked Up. 27 Dresses, chick flick, what can you say, right? This one, she was just annoying in it, kind of bitchy in it, so that kind of ruined it for me. And number 22 is Observe and Report. This one I had a really hard time putting on the list. I thought this movie was funny at parts. I thought it was a better movie than a comedy. And Seth Rogen, I'm a huge fan of. I actually adore Seth Rogen. This is the kind of movie he usually does. So I don't know why it wasn't as good as any of the others. It's basically an R-rated version of Mall Cop, and I did not like Mall Cop at all. So maybe this, I don't know if it helped or anything. But Observe and Record is number 22. Number 21 is Friday the 13th. A very weird movie. I thought there was a lot of sex in it, a lot of unnecessary sex scenes, and supposedly the reason for the sex scenes is the fact that Jason didn't like people having sex or something. I watched this documentary on it, and so that was kind of weird. And then again, Jason was the guy who played Jason. Well, let's just say he played Jason well. He was creepy and everything, and even though Aaron Yo was in it, I don't know if you know Aaron Yo. He was in Disturbia, 21, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. He was the Asian guy in every movie. Very funny. He was probably the best thing in this movie because his humor in it. And yeah, so that's what I gotta say about Friday the 13th. Number 20 is Miss March. Miss March is basically a great premise for a teen sex comedy, but somehow just did not satisfy my needs. Hugh Hefner had a cameo and he was funny, but like, it wasn't that funny, like the stuff that happened. There's some parts where I'll admit I did kind of giggle during, right? And then there were some parts where I was just like, that's just gross. Why? Mostly the hospital scenes where he shit himself, like that was just why. And yeah, that's pretty much it about Miss March. Number 19 is The Proposal. Definitely overrated. I thought it would be good because of what everyone said. I thought it was predictable, annoying, stupid. I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. I'm very proud that he's Canadian. I think he's a very good actor, but still, this movie was just predictable and stupid. Not even that funny. And number 18 was The International with Clive Owen and Naomi Watts. Definitely a good idea for a movie. Then why wasn't it a good movie? Here's the reason why. Too much talking. It was so much talking, no action, one action scene. I'll admit it was a fantastic action scene, but there's too much talking. Half the movie is talking. I was so mad. I thought this movie would be amazing. It's Clive Owen. He's awesome. Why was this movie bad? Too much talking, like I said. God. Number 17 is Harry Potter 6 and the Half-Blood Prince. I read the book. The book wasn't the best of the books. This movie's definitely not the best of the movies. What bothers me the most about this here is we got this director, his name, David Yates. He made the fifth one. The fifth one I didn't like that much either. You know why? Where it ruins these movies? It's the stupid 90210 shit in the movie. Okay, that was dating stuff. I know it's good. I know they're growing up, and I know they're dating and everything, but still, when half the movie is about dating and all this 90210 stuff, and it ruins the magic. That's what pisses me off. I like the magic in it, and these stupid dumbass jokes, like they're not even funny, right? Like, it just pissed me off so much. Number 16 is 2012. Well, I never liked these kind of movies, and this one was not good. You know, it's kind of the effects were good, and I'll give it that, but like, you know, it just wasn't that good. 15, we have The Informant, starring Matt Damon. This one I found a little bit hard to put on the list, but I put it on the list because it was pretty boring. There wasn't a lot of comedy. Matt Damon put a hell of a performance in it. I'll give him that, but still, it just was boring and not that funny. Number 14 is Year One. I don't even think I have to explain it, just the fact that it was stupid and not even funny. Enough said. Number 13, Gentlemen Broncos. The guy in it, the teacher, I think his name is Jermaine Clement, right? I literally thought it was Benicio del Toro, right? And when I found out it wasn't, I was just thinking if Benicio del Toro, when it was in it, it'd be gold, but no, they had to take this guy, Jermaine Clement. I think he was from Flight of the Conchords. I don't know how to watch that show. And then Michael Angario, he's in Lords of Dogtown. He was also in Sky High and the Forbidden Kingdom, right? I think he's talented. I think he can act, but this movie, he was just, you didn't cheer for him, you know? Like, you wanted to cheer for him, but he was just, you didn't really care about him. Number 12 is Final Destination 4. Unfortunately, I saw this in 2D. I was in Ireland when I saw it. And you know what, like, the fact that it was in 2D maybe made it worse. I bet if I saw it in 3D it would have been much better, but I don't know. This movie, the acting was god awful. Like, I just literally cannot wait for it to be over. It was very bad. Number 11 was The Goods Live Hard, Sell Hard. Jeremy Piven, Ed Helms, Ken Jeong, and all these other comedians. This one is from Will Ferrell produced it, and the fact that he's only in like one or two scenes, and they're not even that funny scenes, definitely made the movie bad. It's like the cast found out that it's a Will Ferrell produced movie, and they signed on to it, and then they found out he was only in like two scenes. Then they started to regret it. But this movie was just not that funny. I did not enjoy this movie at all. It was very boring. It wasn't that funny.